not the very best lighting right now. I literally just pulled into the yard and something has been on my spirit the whole way home from class. So I just wanted to get on here and talk to y'all about it real quick. So as y'all know, I am now 9 months postpartum, and I had class today, and me and this lady have been talking, you know, throughout the time that we have had class together thus far. And tonight she just came in and she seemed really like different for me and her to be, you know, we talk every class, so it just, you know, I noticed that something was off, but I didn't say anything. And so she sat down and said, I know this is a really weird question and I probably shouldn't be asking you this, but you have a baby, right? And I said yes. And she said, have you ever like suffered from postpartum depression? Have you ever had postpartum depression? And when she said that, I almost like choked up, and it was like I wanted to cry. And she was like, did you take anything? Well, I told her yes. And she asked me, did I take anything for it? And I told her no, I didn't take anything for it. And she said that she's been on a couple different medicines and she just doesn't feel right. She doesn't know what's going on because her baby is 1. She doesn't know why she's still depressed. And so I talked to her and she started crying, and I was fighting back tears, but I told her, I said the only reason, well, I didn't get on it because I suffered more from postpartum anxiety than I did from postpartum depression at first. And I said, but now it's more like, you know, I felt, you know, I don't want to call it postpartum depression, it's more like baby blues or whatever. But my main thing is, please take your mental health seriously, because if your mind is not healthy, your body is not healthy, and vice versa. If you are sick physically, you will get mentally sick. Witnessed recently a death of a loved one that I truly believe resulted from mental health. And I just am so frustrated with the Black community, because a lot of times they feel like God is supposed to solve all the problems. And then I'm like, okay, well, why did God put doctors and therapists on earth if you weren't supposed to use them? I believe that God is the ultimate healer, but I do believe that he has put people in places to assist him. Some people are called to be doctors. Some people are called to be therapists. Their purpose is to help people. So I just want to let y'all know, like, please understand that it is okay to go get help. It's okay to talk to somebody. If you don't want to take a pill, that's okay. But if you feel like you are literally to the point where you cannot function, you are a danger to yourself, you're a danger to your child, you're a danger to people around you, then you should consider getting on something. There's nothing wrong with being on medicine. Like, it's there to help you. It seriously is. And if you don't want to get on medicine, talk to someone. If you can't afford therapy, if you can afford therapy, and some insurances pay for therapy, if you can afford therapy, I seriously recommend you going to therapy. Like, I recommend everyone going to therapy, even if you're not depressed or whatever, because everybody is dealing with something. Everyone has been through something. When I was in therapy, I dealt with a lot of things that I wasn't there to deal with. It was just kind of came, and I'm so thankful for that. And I tell anybody and everybody, I want to go back to therapy. As soon as I get my new insurance card, I'm going back to therapy. Like, it is life-changing. I love it. And yeah, I mean, and then like people, I know guidance counselors, and I even know some psychologists. So if you don't, and I know ministers and pastors and all that, talk to someone. It doesn't have to be a paid professional. Sometimes it is just releasing it. And even sometimes, like lately, I've been feeling like I'm not ready to talk to someone. I do not feel comfortable. I do not trust anybody. So lately I have been writing it down, write it down. Sometimes, y'all, I have literally gotten to the point where I have written down on a piece of paper and burned the paper. Like, sometimes you have to get things out that you don't want anybody to know. Do it. Do it, you guys, I promise. Or, like, literally, like, and if you want to talk to somebody, or if you have certain feelings towards, like, a friend or somebody, and you don't want to talk to them or whatever, write them a letter. Dear best friend, I have been feeling like blah 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 blah. Dear cousin, I have been feeling like, and you can put that letter, you can seal it in an envelope and put it away, and you may decide that you want to give that letter to them later on if you don't want to give it to them now. But this is Motivational Monday, and I just wanted to tell y'all that it is okay to get help. Listen, didn't we just talk about last week that 2019 is our year to be healthy, happy, and fit? You cannot be any of those if you are not mentally healthy. Like, if you're not mentally okay, you cannot be anything else. And if you're not mentally okay, you cannot be a good mother, you cannot be a good wife, you cannot be a good student, you cannot be good to anyone if you are not mentally or physically okay. And like I said, I have witnessed someone die from what I believe was mentally not being okay. And I see it, like, when I tell you I see it in front of me, like I see it bound to happen again. And it is so frustrating because it makes no sense. It makes no sense for people to die from depression or whatever when there are people that can help them. This person that passed away, they were asked, do you want to go see a therapist? And they said no. And I understand, y'all. I understand how it is to not want to talk to somebody. But sometimes just to talk to somebody that's totally unbiased. And some people say, well, I don't want to tell them that I want to kill myself because they're going to commit me. If you feel like, listen, I'm going to put my email right here. If you need to talk, email me. If you know me on a personal level, my social media is always down below. If you need to talk, please contact me, because I promise you I can point you in the direction of the right people if you need it. But sometimes we just need a friend. Sometimes you just need a friend. Sometimes you just need to tell your friend, my boyfriend hurt my feelings and I have no one to talk to it about. Sometimes you need to say, my 1-year-old is testing my patience and I feel like I'm about to scream at them. I'm always here to talk. If you need to talk, I'm always here to talk. I promise. But you guys, I have to go in the house. It is 8 o'clock. I just got home from class. I have to study. I am rocking my mini twist in a bun. You can't see, but video on that coming either Wednesday or Friday. So stay tuned. But y'all, I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. And I want all of us to be, of course, healthy, fit, and happy. But I want mental health is big. Mental health is a big thing. I want you to know that you do not have to do anything alone. You don't ever have to do anything alone. Because if you don't have family or friends to support you, I am always here. I promise. So, like I said, my email, my social medias, they will always be in the bottom, be in the description box. So, please, please, please utilize it. Like, I felt so I felt warm that she was able to open up to me, and we sat there and we talked for a little while, and I feel content in a way that I was able to talk to her, and I was able to tell her that it's okay to feel like this. I know what you mean. It is okay that you're on medication. Don't let the fact that somebody else who has went through the same thing as you that weren't on medication, don't let that persuade you. It is okay. Like, I promise you, it's okay. It's never going to be the end of the world unless you make it. So please don't make it that. Just let's talk. So, bye guys.